What would our region look like without Waterloo Regional Homes for Mental Health?
Without Waterloo Regional Homes, there would be a lot of people who are without anywhere to be, without a home that they feel proud of.
If I wasn't with Regional Homes, I'd probably be dead now, to be honest.
The other thing that I think our community would notice without Waterloo Regional Homes would be more people who don't have anywhere to go, more people that are on the street.
And tell anybody, in all honesty, that I've had the best thing to a normal life that I know I would not have had without this agency.
You look at other communities and they'll say, well, we don't have a Waterloo Regional Homes. And I think that's terrible. You know, not to have a place like Waterloo Regional Homes that cares about proper, decent housing for people who are struggling to get better.
Waterloo Regional Homes for Mental Health employs a recovery-centered approach to supporting people with mental health issues. We focus on enhancing independence through affordable, appropriate housing. We encompass long and short-term support, crisis respite, outreach services, practical living support, community involvement, and advocacy. We believe in improving people's quality of lives by respecting a person's needs, rights, and choices.
The turning point with that came when I had my first visit with my support coordinator. I don't think we barely even talked about my mental health illness specifically, although I was getting the best mental health support and care and having a normal conversation with her about my dreams, about being well, what every human being needs regardless of whether they have a mental health issue or not. And that's what anchors me to this agency. They respect me as a human being with regard to my mental health issue, but not solely because of my mental health issue. I'm a human being first, and I would remind someone who's considering being connected with the agency that they're being connected with an agency that values them for being a human being.
The recovery approach is a process. It is a journey that is designed by the individual and done at their own pace. Recovery is accepting a person for where he or she is at and at the pace in which he or she will move forward. Individuals are supported in their efforts to learn how to express feelings, define their self-care techniques, take responsibility for oneself, and to set personal goals.
I know I more than likely will not win the Lotto 649, but I consider myself a jackpot winner. When I am connected with this agency, I know that a lot of things are possible. And with my mental health issues, I have a lot of negative talk. I have these hot thoughts at times that come on me that are very negative. And yet, the agency, my community support worker, they extinguish those hot thoughts very quickly. And I'm more than back to normal. I'm back to being happy. And I am a very fortunate man to be connected to this agency.
When I started with Waterloo Regional Homes, I was on maximum medication straight out of the hospital. And we gradually, with my support worker and with my doctor, we've gradually reduced it so that I'm looking forward to very shortly being on the minimum dosage.
I've gained the confidence to make new friends, and I've gained the confidence to start doing more things on my own.
Staff are caring. They're genuinely caring for the people that they support, and they work hard to make sure that everything is in place. They just are fantastic people, and I don't think I've ever met a more caring group of people in a really long time.
All the staff are beautiful. Like, I'm not just saying that they're all good, great, fantastic.
They know just what to say to make you feel better.
As far as overall feedback goes, I have provided confidential feedback to the agency in structured interviews in the past, and they're similar to surveys, and I believe that that speaks to the integrity of this agency, that number one, they want to expand in whatever feedback consumers and families give them, and number two, and more importantly, they actually give surveys to their consumers and their family members, which means that they hold with high regard that consumers matter and that they have a very powerful voice and a role to play in this agency.
We have the capacity to help more people through our assertive community treatment team, which provides outreach services, individualized treatment, rehabilitation, and support. We are striving to promote people's dignity through empowerment, and we are succeeding as the numbers grow each year.
I just heard a new statistic. It used to be 1 in 4 people in their lifetime will have a significant mental health issue that they have to recover from. And now it's 1 in 3. So there is no one who is not touched by mental health. And yet in our society, we are so stigmatized and stigmatizing of people who struggle with mental health issues. It's just, it's inconceivable really to think that we don't understand and that we're not really working the way that Waterloo Regional Homes is to make affordable, decent, wonderful housing not only available but doable.
We are making a difference by fulfilling the basic need of shelter and lending human support. People's lives are changed for the better.
When I moved into my new house, I had nothing, not even towels. And the worker was so helpful and understanding, and she made sure we had everything we needed when we moved in. And I couldn't have asked for any better help. It's been 4 years of falling down and getting back up again, and I feel like I'm getting back up again.
He can do this. He's able to do this, and it's not all on his own, but it may as well have been. You know, that the positive feeling that he got from having that place of his own. It's really quite something.
Well, it was in the fall, and one particular piece of mail arrived for me, and it was the only piece of mail that I was receiving, because by this point, being homeless and not having any utility bills, I just wasn't receiving any mail. And what this piece of mail was a birthday card, and it was from the agency and signed off by my support worker and her colleague. And I receive one every year from them. That particular first one, though, was a big deal to me because it validated my birth, the fact that I exist. And that was something that they chose needed to be celebrated. So that idea was implanted in my mind that I did matter. Again, not because of my mental illness, but because I exist, period, that I came into this world. And I've kept every birthday card since.
Perhaps the strongest testament to Waterloo Regional Homes for Mental Health lies in these words.
I want to be normal, even with a mental health problem and a mental illness. I can still lead a normal life, and I can tell you with all honesty that Waterloo Regional Homes for Mental Health will respect you as a human being, and your chances of having a normal life start when you walk through these doors, when you connect with that support worker.
I didn't trust anyone to know my symptoms and to know what was going on in my head. and now I'm able to express my feelings.
And the shame should be taken away from mental health issues. And the only way it's going to be taken away is if people stop feeling ashamed and hold their heads up and say, hey, look, I'm here and this is what's going on. And if you ask for help, you will get the help that you need.
Waterloo Regional Homes for Mental Health is making a difference in our community. For further information, please call 519-742-3191 or visit us at www.waterlooregionalhomes.com. By working together, we can change lives.